We got our new batch of hens. We had 40 little chicks show up yesterday. Oh, we got 50. Oh my gosh, we got 50 hens. Look at these little things.
8.
So here's these baby chicks. You can see the poults are right next to them. Daddy's fine doing this. Only Daddy. Good morning, I am Dustin Aleman. This is Aleman Family Homestead. Our hope for this channel is that you're able to pick up a tip, a trick, a golden nugget to help you on your homesteading journey. If that is the case, please hit subscribe. Keep bringing feedback. Love the comments, love the feedback. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Appreciate all of you. Today we've got a few things on the homestead. We're gonna go move the pigs. The kids are out here doing hens and duck chores. They've been on it, which has been great. We have the poults in the high tunnel, and we've got our new batch of hens. We had 40 little chicks show up yesterday. So you always forget how tiny they are. So I'll bring you in and show you what we've got. So we're adding to the flock. This is a brand new flock. This year they're only about 6 months old. So this is a brand new flock, 6 months old. We're adding 40 more. We've got 24 birds out here, 3 hens. So we have 3 roosters. We have 21 hens, 3 roosters, and now we added 40 more hens. When the egg prices were going, what'd you say? Oh, we got 50. Oh my gosh, we got 50 hens, Natalie said. I thought we only ordered 40. So we went crazy. We went crazy all in on eggs. When the egg prices were going through the roof and you couldn't find eggs on the shelves, we were like, hey, what's the worst that can happen? I eat a lot of eggs. We all eat a lot of eggs, but I eat a lot of eggs, so it's okay. It's okay. And Evie's out doing her thing. She's selling her eggs. So an abundance of eggs isn't a horrible thing. It's all good. So anyhow, enough chatting. We've got pig move. I'll show you the baby chicks. Let's go check on these hens and ducks. You can hear those ducks. They're starting to sound like ducks. Oh, Petunia got in there? You got her? You see these ducks? Oh, it's a mess. We need to move these. You can hear those ducks. They've got that duck quack. All right, so we moved them here last week. It's been a week tomorrow, but this area is so wet. When we got all that downpour, this just stayed wet all week. I mean, we really haven't had any more rain. So we're gonna move them. We're gonna flop them over that way tomorrow. So we'll just put them on fresh grass. Yeah, not a big deal. Easy move. We'll get them on fresh grass. There's more drainage over here. It slopes a lot more. For whatever reason, we just have some flat areas in this paddock here. So all good, no worries. We'll get them moved tomorrow. We'll get these pigs moved. Natalie has been working on the honey. She's been working on that for a couple of weeks. And she has finished. She's finished 2 deeps. So we're gonna bring those empty frames out. I'm gonna bring 2 deeps out with empty frames, and we'll just place them in front of the new beehives and let the bees come out and clean them up. They'll do an amazing job cleaning them up, taking any honey we left and bring them into their hives. All right, I'm bringing these honey. So again, we have 2 deeps. Frames are completely empty. I mean, not completely. 90%. We'll let these bees clean off the rest. I'll just place these in front of the hives. Evie and Henley and Aislinn are heading out to the high tunnel. They've got warm water and a rag. So they are checking chicks for pasty butt. So that is something I'll bring you guys in and show you. Something you must do with baby chicks when they're brand new, the first, I don't know, week or 2 of life. You've got to flip them over and check their vent. And it's called pasty butt. When they're pooping, sometimes it'll create a paste. It won't come all the way out of their vent. And that paste can close the vent And that's a problem. If they can't poop, they'll end up dying. I mean, all that poop inside of them will kill them. So, you know, you get about 20% of the birds that have pasty butts, so you got to grab them, and we usually use warm water. We dip them in warm water, loosen up that poop, and then remove the crust or the paste from the vent so that the vent is able to open and continue to poop. So we'll bring you in for that. So something you must do with baby chicks, any baby poultry, we check on that for the first couple of weeks of life. All right, these piggies are hungry. They're ready for us to feed them. Unfortunately, sorry piggies, we're gonna have to make you wait for a minute. You can see what they did to this paddock. They destroyed this thing with all that rain. We'll be back, you'll be fine. Go show you guys these baby chicks real quick. They are so tiny, they're so cute. All right, how's it going? Look at these little things. 8. Do you have any with pasty butt?
I'm alone. Bye-bye.
So here's these baby chicks. You can see the poulter right next to them. Oh, there's a chick in here. There's 2 of them. There's one over there. You can see that chick's in the middle of these turkeys. And look how little they are.
They got out there.
All right, so we've got them set up next to each other. We gotta get that chick. Yep. Oh, there's 2 of them in there. I see 2. There's a little yellow one and a black one. So we'll get them out.
Later.
Evie's grabbing them. Here, show me over here.
That was my favorite one.
Hey, Evie, grab one and show me. Okay, hold on. Okay, so you can see their vent. Tilt it this way. Show it again. Tilt it this way while you're doing that, please. You can see their vent. That's where they poop, and you can see it's pulsating, which is what you want. If there's poop, see Natalie's got one right here. Oh, not really. All right. Let me see.
Open.
Okay, yep, there we go. So you can see it's crusted over. That's not a bad one.
No, that's very.
But that one's very easy. She's just gonna dunk it in water. You can see when it's pulsing, the hole's not opening, the vent's not opening, which is bad, because then the poop will get stuck in there and then they'll die. So she's gonna continue to wet the vent until it...
You need to get those guys out.
I will. So she's gonna continue to wet the vent until it opens up, and then we have a rag. We've got warm water and a rag. You just remove it, and then once it's removed, the vent opens up again. So yeah, dunking it in is almost easier.
Oh no, we have lots in here. Yeah, 14. I got it from there.
These waters are filthy too.
Dad, why are you stepping in? Poopy. See? Poopy. Ouch! Poopy, poopy.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay, good. See? It doesn't even move.
All right, so we've got 2 right here. This is a perfect example. You can see
He just
they've got
pooped on
the
me.
poop. It's stuck to their vent, so we just wet it. All you're doing is wetting the poop, loosening the poop, and then it'll eventually fall off, and then their vents are open again. All right. Come on, pigs. Come on. Hold on. Daddy messed up. Forgot to dump the food. Go, baby. I don't know. All right, so just a tip on these waters. You never want to dump, so we're gonna dump this one, it's pretty filthy. You never want to do this before you move the pigs, so make sure, so this is a big tip. You want to move the pigs into the next paddock before you dump the water, because these pigs love water. I mean, if I dump this here, it would be hard to get them over to the next paddock. Even though I've got food over there, they might want to come and play in this muddy water. So that's a big tip. All right, so a couple of things. Just a couple of tricks or tips, I guess. With these hogs, I just said it, I'm just gonna reiterate, I'm gonna say it again. Anytime you're making a move, if you've got to dump the water after you move the hogs, otherwise it might just be a disaster getting them into the next paddock. The second thing we do, anytime I dump the water, I'm gonna put this water barrel on the side. I know I'm moving them here next week, and I want this water barrel as close to that side as possible. We typically clean this every 2 weeks, so we will not wash this out next week. I want it right next to here so I can just roll it over. We can leave all the water in here, and it only takes a little effort to roll this full 55-gallon jug over to the next paddock. So it just makes your move next week easier. The following week, it doesn't matter. We're gonna dump them because we're gonna do a bigger move, and then we're gonna wash this every other week. So hopefully that helps. Happy pigs, happy pigs. Pigs are on. They don't know yet. They're still eating their grain. They're on this fresh grass. We've got them on a fresh paddock. You can see what they did. So this is the result of, we got hammered with rain. I mean, we had so much rain. They created their little swill over here. You can see where the barrel was. Patch of grass there. And of course, I just dumped this. So that wasn't a result of the rain. That was a result of me just dumping the barrel. But when it was raining over here, I mean, they had a nice little muddy mess over here. And they destroyed this. You could see how they uprooted all this dirt. So all this dirt was up on the fence. So that's another thing I'll chat about. You really don't want, it got to the point where this dirt was encroaching on the fence. I have to come out and pick up the fence and kick this dirt off of it so it doesn't ground out the fence. So couple of tricks there, tips for you. I think Nat and Evie they're still in there doing pasty butt. All right, I'm gonna get this moved. I don't know if I can move this house without Natalie. I'll get everything set up and ready to move. Okay, yeah, Nat was just saying, she was just out here looking at all this. We might just use this, since the pigs rooted everything up for us, we might plant our potatoes over here. So I think that's what we're gonna do. It seems like a waste of space in the high tunnel. We've grown potatoes out here before. Our first year, so 6 years ago, we grew them somewhere along this fence line. And then a few years ago, we grew them just on the other side of this new paddock, just on the other side of that 55-gallon drum for no particular reason. I think we don't really have an area for it. We were gonna try to get into this, our old garden. That was the thought process, and we let the pigs root it up. Once we looked at it, there's so many roots and grasses in there. I think whatever we plant in there is gonna get overtaken by the native grass that's over there. So this is nice because these pigs, I mean, they went to town on this. They basically dug all this up for us, got it prepped, and we're just gonna come throw some potatoes in the ground and bury them. So great idea. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, pigs are done, hens are done. Nat came out to fill up the cow water, and these cows are actually in here. It's been a minute since we've seen these cows. We put them out on our back third pasture, and they kind of just hang out there. We're not milking right now. They're getting ready to calve. They're all getting ready to calve in about 2 weeks. So not this weekend, but next weekend we will do the calcium bolus. I got to give all these cows the calcium bolus. We'll bring you along for that. Talked about that a few videos ago. Our very first Jersey cow that we had, she got milk fever, and we just don't mess around with it anymore. We do a calcium bolus a week before calving, and then immediately after they calve. We've never had issues since. So Nat said the other day that Annabelle had a big goober. Does she still? So her vagina's getting loose. So the goober is very normal. Natalie saw a huge goober hanging out of her vagina a couple days ago, and we forget because we don't do this so often, but I reminded her that our last few, Mary in particular, she did that about 3 or 4 weeks prior to calving. So very, very common. You can see she's loving on Natalie right now.
She's like groaning.
Loving life right now. So we haven't seen these cows in a minute. You guys have been out on pasture. So she said she's pretty loose. And oh yeah, she's loose. Yeah, look at that. That is crazy. So she's swollen. Can you lift her? Yeah, see how swollen she is? Can you pull her tail? Definitely swollen and getting loose. And her bags are full. Yay! Yeah, she's full. Yeah, you're a big girl. So we're excited. This is Annabelle's first on-site. When we bought her, she came with Maybelle, this one here, and she was a baby. Maybelle was a little baby calf when we got her. So this is our first pregnancy with Annabelle. We went through a lot of AI. It was getting frustrating. We were almost on our last
this morning.
Last limb with her. So I'm so glad she got pregnant.
Good.
She's pregnant. June's pregnant. This is June's 2nd. She's not as full, but June gave us Love, this one. And the thought was, the plan was we were actually going to slaughter Maybelle. And we would have slaughtered Maybelle this spring around this time, but she ended up getting pregnant by a bull, a neighbor bull that we did not want. It was a Dexter bull that jumped the fence and got her, and we were it is what it is. It's not what we wanted, but we're dealing with it. She's gonna give us a calf here in a couple weeks. June's giving us a calf. Annabelle's giving us a calf. We're gonna have 3 calves, and then Love we are going to slaughter this fall. So she's got another, I don't know, 5 months.
Look at her.
5 months. Oh yeah, so you can see Maybelle, she's swollen as well. Yep.
Yep, she's swollen. And
she's swollen.
Yep.
She's heifer. She's a first-year heifer. This is her first one.
She is
so
huge. Look how
and
big
she is huge, which is crazy because she's pregnant with a Dexter.
I wonder if there's 2 in there.
Nat thinks we've got 2. Huh? June, you're just a good girl. This one was gonna be our beef a few years ago, and she was just such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. And then my brother-in-law had the idea of, hey, why don't you just keep her and keep getting beefs out of her. So we had 2 mamas giving us beef, so we did, and she's been great. She's been a great cow. There you go. There was the update. It's been a minute since we've been out here. Natalie says you can see the baby right here. Oh yeah, check that out. That's cool. You just feel the baby on there. Crazy, crazy.
She's a big girl.
Yeah, she is a big girl. All right, appreciate each and every one of you. Our hope for this channel is that you are able to pick up a tip, a trick, a golden nugget to help you on your homesteading journey. If that is the case, please hit subscribe, give us a like, give us some comments, give us that feedback. Appreciate all of you. Catch you next time.